Charles in fear. Harry vows will fatally smash Camilla down with shocking secret in his book. Prince Harry is working on a memoir. Prying eyes are dying to know if he'll sling dirt toward Prince Charles or Camilla Parker Bowles. One royal expert believes he will attack them. The term royal expert gets thrown around willy-nilly. It's an inherently meaningless term but is usually applied to a writer who's covered the royal family at some point. The royal soothsayer in question this time is Tina Brown. She wrote the Diana Chronicles in 2007, a biography of the Princess of Wales. She's a renowned journalist who's spent decades everywhere from Tatler and Vanity Fair to the Daily Beast. She's just written a new royal book entitled The Palace Papers, Inside the House of Windsor. Brown sat down with Telegraph to discuss Diana, Parker Bowles, and Harry. When Diana died, the royal family was left wounded. Elizabeth and company embraced boredom as a path towards stability. Brown says, Diana's explosive celebrity, the problem of the monarchy being upstaged, outshone by anyone other than the Queen or the heir to the throne. The refrain most repeated at the palace was, "We don't want another Diana. Never again." Obviously, this need to be the stable center of attention hasn't quite worked out. The royal family is torn between all kinds of scandals at the moment. Prince Andrew continues to be a disgrace, while Prince William and Kate Middleton were greeted in the Caribbean by protests and cries of imperialism. All the while, Harry is away in California. One target of Harry's book could be his stepmother, Parker Bowles. Brown says, Harry's not going to go after the Queen, she's sacrosanct. And he probably won't go after Kate, whom he's very fond of. But he will go after Charles and Camilla and maybe William. She believes Harry has never liked Parker Bowles and will use his book as a way to get back at his family. All the while, Brown remains optimistic. She thinks Charles could be a great king, and that there's hope for Harry to come home. She thinks once Elizabeth dies, Harry will very much want to come home at that point. He will not want to be sitting there in Montecito when the whole of the UK is in mourning. You should take this all with a grain of salt. Brown has spent years studying the royal family, but she's not Harry's editor. Until the memoir hits store shelves, everything she says can only be treated as speculation. A source said, there are concerns about Harry's recollections of Camilla's entry into the royal family, and how her long-running romance with Charles damaged him from a young age. Harry is fiercely loyal and protective of his late mother and her legacy, and didn't approve of Camilla sweeping in as the great love of his father's life. Understandably, he found those early years incredibly difficult, and he might publicly blame Camilla for much of what he believes went wrong in his childhood, and the trauma the whole situation caused. The source added Charles is deeply protective of Camilla and the last thing he needs is an excoriating takedown of Camilla at a time when people have finally taken her to their hearts. Announcing his upcoming memoir with Penguin Random House last year, Harry said, I'm writing this not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned over the course of my life so far and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that's accurate and wholly truthful.
you.